I'm Lisa Pappas on scene in Dedham, where the jury is officially seated for Brian Walshe's murder trial. 16 jurors will now decide whether he's guilty of murdering his wife.
Typically, minutes after you pick the jury, you go into opening statements and the trial begins. In this case, though, the judge was sensitive to people's schedules.
Legal analyst Peter Elkin says the judge in Brian Walshe's case understands people have plans next week for the Thanksgiving holiday, so his murder trial won't begin until December 1st. The challenge now will be for the 16 jurors to stay off social media and avoid the news for an extra week and a half before the trial actually begins.
It's really, really hard in this day and age, and people are simply on the honor system to follow the judge's rules and not hear any outside information on the case now that they've been selected as jurors.
Walshe is going to trial for first-degree murder after police say he killed his wife, Anna Walshe, just after New Year's in 2023. Anna's body was never found, but earlier this week, Walshe admitted to the court that she was dead.
He's admitting that he was aware that she was deceased and he saw the body and disposed of it. Whether he's going to say he accidentally caused her death or that she died some other way and he panicked.
Elkin believes Walshe's defense team will try to prove that he had no intention of killing his wife, even if he already pleaded guilty to disposing of her body. If convicted of first-degree murder, Walshe will serve a life sentence with no possibility of parole, but it's possible at any point during the trial to enter another plea deal for a lesser charge like second-degree murder, which would allow for parole.
At least if he isn't convicted of first-degree murder, but convicted of a lesser responsibility for her death, there'd at least be hope, light at the end of the tunnel, that someday he could be out and be freed.
Again, all 12 jurors have been seated for Brian Walshe's murder trial, plus 4 alternate jurors. Opening statements will begin on December 1st. On scene in Dedham, I'm Lisa Pappas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
And stay with Boston 25 News for complete coverage of the Brian Walshe murder trial. You'll be able to watch all the testimony streaming on our website, boston25news.com, and on our mobile app.